Have you ever felt like you were carrying other people's energy, their drama, their chaos? Thoughts about what people say, how they live their lives, or even what's happening in the world? It's everywhere. But here's the truth: absorbing all of it does not make you more aware, it just drains you. Welcome back to Mindset of a Goddess TV, where we become whole spiritually and aligned practically. Let's talk about the difference between observing and absorbing. An observation is awareness without emotional attachment. Absorption is taking on energy, opinions, and chaos as if it was yours. Here's a conversational example. Maybe it's getting pulled into someone else's personal drama, or feeling drained by tension at work by things that you can't control, or scrolling through social media and catching yourself reacting to every opinion, every story, every highlight, or even a reel. All that energy can stick to you if you let it. This is actually you programming your subconscious mind. You probably think that this may not apply to you or it may not be true because of how you function on a daily basis. But when it comes down to making decisions, trying something new, or even having difficult conversations, things that I just mentioned are things that can affect those actions or in those moments. So if you don't like something, get into the habit of changing it. Your responsibility begins with your own choices. Staying too long or feeling too deeply about something, no matter how sensitive you are, you feel deeply about something that's out of your control, that is self-inflicted stress. It doesn't matter how sensitive you are, how aware you are, how spiritual you feel you are. It doesn't matter. What you choose to absorb, whether it's thinking too deep about something or feeling too deeply or too opinionated about something, that's inflicted stress that you are putting on yourself. When this happens, just observe and release. Now this takes practice, but it's doable. Notice it, acknowledge it, and let it go. Don't carry it as if it's yours. There is many ways to live, and people are entitled to do what they want to do with their own lives, whether you like it or not. Another thing that I notice often is how some people wait for approval or validation before making a move. One common pattern that I be seeing is when someone waits for someone else to act or approve before deciding what's best. Like they visibly have to see that person do it first or say that it's okay before they actually decide to do it. And this happens a lot with teenagers, but I see it in adults as well a lot too. And when I recently went to a juvenile detention center, and I hosted a meditation for both men, for the young girls and the young guys. And a lot of them wanted to participate, and they did. They ended up participating, but a lot of them participated once they seen other people in the room doing it. And the thing was, I had one section where you have your eyes open and you meditate, and another one where you have your eyes closed. And they didn't. A lot of them did not want to close their eyes unless they seen their friends doing it or their peers doing it. And that happens. That carries on into adulthood, and it's very common too. There's people out here that won't even date someone or talk to the person that they genuinely like unless they get approval from someone else or see someone else talking to that type of person as well, or that ideal person, I should say. But here's some psychology facts. Social conformity bias. And this is something that I learned a while ago and I observe now. So that's why I wasn't too shocked about the juveniles or even when I see adults do it. People mirror other people's choices, even when it conflicts their own preferences, as I said, such as the dating. External validation activates dopamine, giving temporary satisfaction but not long-term clarity. Is what a lot of people choose to thrive off of. And I see it very common when it comes to dating or seeking a relationship. This is very, very common. And whether people are knowing they're doing it consciously or subconsciously, but a lot of times I really do feel it subconsciously. And decision fatigue increases when you rely on other people's opinions instead of your own. Becoming spiritually whole is embracing individuality. That's what makes you authentic. Authentic is always going to be the best form, the best way you can show up for yourself. It's not a label, a way of being as people make it seem. The way people make it seem like it's not that. It's just trendy, and people just like to recycle and repeat words that they see or think they learned but haven't truly experienced. Or it's not a particular standard. It's about what feels aligned with you. And we don't know what that looks like. So when you look externally for it, you're not going to always find an answer. But if you see somebody else doing it, of course, that's going to bring the most comfort for you or the most ease for you, because it's easy to pick up on somebody else and just do it just like that. Versus gaining that confidence, or gaining that instead of gaining that confidence or gaining self-esteem to do what you want to do or what feels aligned with you. Ask yourself, what keeps me at peace? What brings me joy and excitement? This is something that you should reflect on weekly or even daily for some people. What reduces worry or overthinking when I wake up daily? Now, just because someone doesn't operate on your frequency, look like you, think like you, doesn't mean they can't interact with you. And I believe I stated this in a different video. You never know when it's your time to become teachable through their experience or situations or way of being. Or when you become the teacher, the one who enlightens, motivates, inspires, consciously or subconsciously. Now let's bring this into something that we all feel: money, work, and energy. Many people, even spiritually minded, worry about income, the future of their jobs, and what everyone else is doing. The problem is comparing, overthinking, or trying to do what others do, and hoping, and literally just hoping it works out for you. But the best thing that you can do is find solutions that work best for you. Keep things simple. When you make things complex or overcomplicate things, this is when you really start seeking external validation or looking externally for answers. And on the surface, it may look like it makes sense or it's going well. Even with our people that's very theatrical and like to perform like everything is all good, nothing is ever what it seems. And it's something we already know, like what works for them may not necessarily work for you. And when a person is acting or performing, I should say, or being theatrical, either one, you never know how a person is feeling inside. A lot of times people do absorb so much, and I know you've seen where people say a lot of times that they have to be alone or sit in solitude just to retain their energy or just to recharge. And that's because they're absorbing a lot that they shouldn't. And a lot of times that comes from following the next person versus what's doing best for you. Your body will tell you when it needs to relax, when you're tired, when you need to take a break, when you need to de-stress, do something fun. Your body will let you know. Versus when you see somebody else relaxing or saying, oh, because they keep going, or they keep they keep going, or they keep working, or they keep showing up, I need to keep doing the same thing too. No, I promise you, you will avoid burnout, and you will avoid quitting, and you will avoid a lot of stress when you do what works best for you. Focus on habits that you can control: spending, saving, and aligning actions with goals. Setting goals that are achievable or deadlines really does help you out a lot. This will also help you with your discipline and with your growth. For example, creating a budget that works for your life and not mimicking someone else's, as we were just talking about, will take you way further. And it's not a race. You don't have to move fast. Like I said, on the surface, it will always seem like one thing, but nothing is ever what it seems like. No matter how they dress, it doesn't matter. If a person is not teaching you in a way to try to help you, or if they're not trying to encourage you based off of where you are, then I would not absorb too much or read too much into it. And also, there's always more than one way to do things. Life is not a one size fits all. There's many ways to do things. That's what makes you unique or creative. Here's the biggest takeaways I've learned, and I hope that you learn too. Keep things simple. Do not overcomplicate things. This will lead to overthinking. This will lead to you mimicking others. And this will actually put fear into you. Because a lot of times that's where fear comes from. Or that's a lot of times when people want to compete with you, it stems from fear. Or even when they jealousy. A lot of that stems from fear. Some advantages that I talked about: better saving and spending habits. Watch your savings and watch your spending habits. It doesn't matter what you see on the outside. Do not absorb somebody else's life or somebody else's way of living and think that that's supposed to be you. It could be you, but do what's best for you. Do not mimic someone else or stick to what your goals are. Make sure that you can maintain less mental chaos and more clarity. From my experience, the more whole you become, the more the universe naturally supports you. The more mindful you are of loops you choose to resonate with, the fewer unnecessary obstacles that you create for yourself. And this includes money, emotions, friendships, relationships. This includes all of that. Pay attention to the loops that you are putting yourself into. Observation without absorption equals freedom, understanding, and alignment. And the last thing, remember, observe and then release. Focus your energy on what truly aligns with your life and your growth. And it's not going to always look the same. Now, I did talk about in previous videos how I do feel like people you connect with is not an accident, and I do believe that, and they are a part of you. So when you connect with someone genuinely, I feel that that's a little different. And when you look at them, a lot of times they're going to mirror you. And in that case, their life could look a little different, but I feel like once you connect, genuinely connect with someone, your life looks very similar. You probably make different choices when it comes to spending money, how you handle your emotions, different stuff like that. But at the core, and the inside, you all are very similar. I have a reflection question for you. What's one area in your life where you've been absorbing too much? Or when was there a time when you absorbed way too much? And how could you observe instead? Leave your answer in the comments. I love to hear it. If you want guidance on creating these shifts in your life and staying aligned with your highest self, my one-on-one coaching sessions are always open. You can DM me or you can use my link to book a clarity call instead. In the clarity call, we usually go over the issues that you are having, and we can customize a plan to get you where you want to be, whether it's emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, or all of the above. If this resonated, subscribe to Mindset of a Goddess TV and keep growing with me. If you are new here and want to learn or listen to more, check out my other videos that's posted. And at the end of this video, there will be some videos that you can watch. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching it. I appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.